everyone. Welcome into the View House Centennial for a brand new show here on CBS Colorado. This is a Football Blitz like you've never seen. I'm so excited about this show because of these two gentlemen, very smart football minds that I have next to me. If you don't know them, was it 17, 18 years of college?
18 years.
18 years of college coaching experience. Former interim head coach of your Colorado Buffaloes. Now he joined us in the media. You have become a media muggle. Welcome to the ranks, Mike Sanford, Coach Mike Sanford. And the crowd goes wild. And actually, two former Broncos here because you were a Boise State Bronco.
Yeah, see the shoes right here, you know?
Love it.
Pretty sharp.
And then everybody knows former Denver Bronco Nate Jackson, also a published author. One of my favorite books of all time.
Thanks, Ronnie.
I'm just gassing you up so you guys know. But really, this show's going to be fun, but it's going to be informative. I think what I'm most excited about the show, and then we'll dive right in, is I was talking to Mike, and he said, Nate and I think about football very differently. And I think that's exactly what we want on this show. You guys are both so smart. You know the game so well. But hopefully you're going to argue with each other.
Well, he's a quarterback, and he thinks that, basically the quarterback throws it up, and the receiver goes and gets it.
Yes.
Right? The receiver's the one who makes it happen. The quarterback kind of ballparks it.
Yeah. It's a really simple position to play, the quarterback position. You just lock in on one receiver and launch it as far as you can, and if the receiver doesn't come down with it, it's his fault, not mine. I'll tell you that.
That's why they call it a Hail Mary, because the quarterback makes the wish, the receiver grants the wish.
I see that. Okay. Well, speaking of Hail Marys and quarterbacks, what a perfect segue. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Bo Nix, of course. You can put this into whatever terms you guys want. Wins, touchdown interception ratio, yards, whatever. What are your expectations for Bo Nix in his rookie season? Let's start with Mike and then go to Nate.
Yeah, my expectations are just to ride the wave, the ups and downs that are inevitable of being a rookie starter in the National Football League. If you come out of this season and you say that there is massive hope for the future, not just of Bo Nix, but for this franchise with Bo Nix running the offense, that would be a successful season. So I don't want to put any numbers on it. I don't know that you can, because you don't know what you have defensively exactly until you go out and play, minus Justin Simmons. So that's what I think is just hope for next season going into the offseason.
Hope. Are you going with hope?
Hope, hope is a good one, because there hasn't been a lot of it, especially offensively, with the Broncos in a while. Did you know that the Broncos have not been in the top half in points or yards in the NFL in 10 years? That's a crazy stat.
Yeah, and it goes hand in hand with missing the postseason for the last 9 seasons. And here we are at season number 10, and maybe knocking on the door to the playoffs. We'll find out. I mean, I don't think anything's off the table. 3 wins isn't off the table. A postseason invitation, it's not off the table.
Well, Sean Payton had something to say about, the idea that Vegas had him at 5.5 wins.
Right.
He's like, well, that would be the first time in my career I've never gotten to that. This guy's ready to surprise people. And so to answer your question about Bo Nix, what I want to see is some timing to this offense. I want to see him score some points in the first half. They haven't been able to do that. I want to see some precision passing, the quick pass game, which has been absent in this on this team for a while. The wins and the losses, like you said, we don't know what that's going to look like. Yardage numbers, touchdown numbers, we don't know. Let's give this guy some rope. Let him make some mistakes. If he has a 3-interception game, it's not the end of the world. Right. Let's let these guys build together. And I think that at the end of this season, we're going to start seeing some things come together. Are they going to make the playoffs? Who knows? But I think if we see steady improvement and feel good about what we see from this offense, then we're going to feel good about Bo Nix.
All right, well, what do you think is going to be his biggest challenge as a rookie QB?
Well, what I'm looking forward to tomorrow is seeing the first third down and 7+. Okay. So you're getting into those tight window throws that, frankly, being at training camp throughout the course of this offseason, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen tightly contested man coverage. He eats zone coverage alive. He is phenomenal at understanding how to get rid of the football, balls out of his hand. But there's going to be a time where do these receivers create enough separation, and can Bo Nix place the football where he needs to on those third downs? And if he can do that, I'm in. I'm all in.
You're signed up. Yep. What do you think, Nate?
So we haven't seen him face a starting defense in the NFL yet, right? We saw him face Green Bay's defense in practice a little bit, but not in any of the games. So we haven't seen him deal with the disguises and the looks that defenses are going to give him. Now, Mike Macdonald's the head coach of the Seahawks. He's a first-year head coach, but they got something up their sleeve for Bo. They're going to try to confuse him. So is he ready mentally to not be confused by what he sees out there, to trust his reads, to trust what he feels, and deliver the ball on time to his receivers and let them go make a play?
Yeah, I look at Mike McDonald, the challenge that awaits Bo Nix. He reminds me when my coaching days, there are certain defensive coordinators that you just imagine are sitting in their defensive laboratory just like this. How can I make this
Mr. Smithers.
this young, exactly, Mr. Smithers. How can I make this young rookie quarterback's day absolutely miserable?
Yeah.
I think that Bo Nix and Sean Payton are going to have a counter for that.
Okay.
I really do. I think Bo Nix mentally is going to be better off than I think even we expect him to be as a rookie, even in his first start. It's just for me to do the physical match the mental, because the mental is definitely there.
You know what?
A lot of it, is picking up yardage on the ground on first down and bringing up some manageable downs where you actually can throw, you can run, you can do play action, you can do a lot of things. It's the 3rd and 9s, 3rd and 10s that we want to avoid. And if the running game is effective and this offensive line can start off the game attacking the defensive line of Seattle, I think it'll put Bo in a pretty good position to be able to, be more comfortable back there and have manageable downs and distances.
Okay, good stuff. We don't have enough time on this show. That's what I'm learning. We might need to make this a longer show. We got to take a break because coming up next, we're going to get the keys to the game. These gentlemen are going to give us the keys of what the Denver Broncos have to do if they want to get a win in Seattle. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back into the Nissan Football Blitz here at the Viewhouse Centennial. Mike Sanford and Nate Jackson here alongside me. We're going to get into the keys to victory. Broncos looking to start 1-0. Mike, I want to start with you. What is your number one key to victory?
Number one, Nate already said it in the last segment, you got to start off running the football.
Okay.
This offensive line has been built to run the football. You got big body types, Mike McGlinchey, Ben Powers, Quinn Miners. These guys are really good, dominant run blockers. Handle all the different looks early in this game. Run the football, that's number one. Number two, with the absence of Justin Simmons, the safety play has got to keep a lid on the defense. Okay. You got to take away any opportunity for Geno Smith to push the ball down the field. And then number three, make an impact play in special teams.
Okay.
That's what I think. With this new kickoff return model, somebody for this Broncos franchise make a play that it creates positive field position for the Broncos.
All right, I like it overachieving a little bit.
Yeah, 3 keys? What's going on?
You didn't say one?
It's all right.
Oh, man.
We'll take all 3. Nate, you got 1, you got 2. What you got
I got
for us?
1. I guess I'll have to have a couple more.
Better think so.
Yeah, I'm a teacher's pet over here. You're like, hey, you didn't collect the homework yet, teacher.
You only got one chance to make a first impression,
That's true.
right?
There you go.
I got 1 for sure, and that's manage the 12th man.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be a hostile territory. It's going to be very loud for a rookie quarterback. We already talked about the difficulties he's going to have dealing with Mike McDonald and what he has in store for him. You put on top of that, you can't even hear. You can't communicate with one another. And, the 12th man, they're very excited about being the 12th man.
Yeah.
They like to be like, we won the game. They didn't win. We tilted the game, And so take them out of it early. And there's ways you can mitigate the noise just by having your silent count down and your communication and practicing against crowd noise and all that. But to me, the way you take them out is you go up early. Let's score 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Let's capitalize on their mistakes, and let's put points up on the board in the first half to create some distance between this team. Now, I know that's not likely, but manage the 12th man, and so that's up to Bo Nix. But I got another one for you, and that's break tackles on offense, okay? Defenses these days, and they're going to keep everything in front of them. These guys are going to give them these 3, 4, 5-yard catches. I want a special play. I want these guys to break a few tackles and take 150 yards. That's what's going to put this team in a position to score points and get up, like I said, and take this 12th man out of it. You know what? And I got a third key.
Let's
I
go.
got a third key.
Let's go.
Win the turnover battle.
Yep.
Win the turnover battle. It's always kind of, obvi. But in a game like this, on the road, hostile territory, they're going to be geeked up. You got to win that turnover battle and take advantage of that.
Nate, I think your second one is so critical, and something that this Denver Broncos offense has been lacking.
Yeah.
Is the ability to break tackles.
Oh, yeah.
Take a 5-yard throw, just like Travis Hunter did in the opening series, and take it to the crib.
Yep.
Who are those candidates for you on this Broncos team? That's a question I've had for this entire offseason. For this Bo Nix experiment to work, they have to have somebody step up and be that guy. Who is it?
Javonte Williams breaks tackles as a running back. You haven't seen him kind of, at his best. He was hurt last year or whatever. But when Javonte Williams is cooking, he's breaking tackles. Jaleel McLaughlin does okay back there. But the guys, the pass catchers, right? We need to see those guys take a little hitch and take it to the distance. I haven't seen Cortland Sutton be that guy. Marvin Mims, we haven't seen him.
We hope so.
We hope so. Josh Reynolds, we haven't seen him with the ball in his hand at all.
You're right.
But you're right. Troy Franklin, probably not that guy.
Yeah, we haven't seen that in training camp.
Maybe it's Devon Vele.
Could be. I'm all in.
Hey.
TBD. Again, we don't have enough time. We keep running out of time. We got to work this out. We got to figure this out.
Who needs commercials anyway?
I'm with you. I guess our sales team does. I don't know. But those were your keys to victory. Those were some pretty good ones. And we got you bonus ones. We got 6 of them instead of just 2. We're going to take a break. Coming up next, we got a really fun segment coming up. We're going to put these guys on the spot. They're going to have them state their case. That's on the other side right here on the Football Blitz. Welcome back into the Football Blitz here at the Viewhouse Centennial. Mike Sanford, Nate Jackson alongside me here, and it is time now for State Your Case. What does that mean? Well, these very smart gentlemen are going to pick a topic out of this Peyton Manning forehead. I don't know if you can tell, but that's actually what this is.
The helmet's rubbing off on that forehead.
It is.
They don't make helmets big enough for his head.
They sure don't. So you're going to pick a topic, and then you got to read the question and state your case. They have not seen these yet. Who wants to go first?
I think Nate should go
Okay.
first.
I'll go first.
He's a vet, a wily vet here in the Denver market.
Will Denver end its 8-year playoff drought? Wow. As optimistic as I'd like to be in thinking that they're going to get it turned around and Bo Nix is going to take them to the promised land, I think it will happen eventually, but I don't believe they will make the playoffs this year. I do think they might be a 10-win team if they catch a little momentum, but to me, it's probably more like 8 or 9 wins. I see the Broncos making some strides and coming together, gelling, showing us a lot to be excited about, but not making the playoffs.
Okay.
Well, Nate, you got 1 foot out of the boat, 1 foot in the boat, man. Now you're going to state I thought it was state your case.
I said they're not going to make the playoffs.
I know, but there was they might win 10. They'd probably make the playoffs with 10 wins.
Yeah,
not
probably.
necessarily.
Probably.
So you're going 10 wins and no playoffs.
No, I'm
That's
saying
what
they
Nate
could
said.
make the playoffs.
They could.
I am thinking they're going to win 8 or 9.
I didn't know Nate was running for office
and miss
today.
it.
Okay.
They're not going to. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Okay. Well, let's see.
How's that?
We'll see.
All right.
We're going to come back to all these.
Yeah, let's see how
at
you do
some
it, Mr.
point
Smarty
later
Pants.
in the year.
Let's go.
Later in the year.
Is this the year a Broncos pass rusher records double-digit sacks for first time since 2018?
Good one.
Been a long time.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Who is it?
And it's going to be the least likely candidate. He was not drafted in the first round, not drafted in the second
Jonathan
round.
Cooper.
Will Lutz.
Jonah Ellis.
Jonah
Ellis has been my favorite
rookie.
player by far in this draft class, consistently showing up, doing it on special teams, plays violently with his hands, has the ability to play with a motor for however many snaps he gets. I believe that this season's going to start out with him getting 10 to 15 snaps a game.
Okay.
He's going to make those 10 to 15 snaps count, and he's going to start turning into a consistent third down pass rush specialist. He's going to get home double digits. Mark it, write it down. You're going to want to make that.
I love it.
That's stating your case, Nate.
It is.
That is
you know
how
what?
You state your case.
I disagree with that.
Okay, you got 20 seconds. Tell me
Because
why.
there is a 4-man rotation, and these guys, are all pretty game. Baron Browning's looking really good. Nick Benito coming into his own, and Jonathan Cooper. So they want the waves of those guys. Also, the offense has to be putting up points to let these guys rush the passer. What you didn't talk about there is since 2018, the offense has been so bad that teams are playing with a lead, and you don't have the opportunity to rush the passer. That's why Vaughn had all those sacks, because Peyton was putting up all those points.
Okay, I know we don't have a winner in this segment, but I'm going to pick Mike.
Come on!
I like Mike better for this
Whatever,
one.
dude.
I'm going to be honest. But you know what? There's always next week. And you know what else? We're going to take a break. On the other side, we're going to do some prop bets. That's a good chance for Nate to get back in the win category.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
yeah.
All right, we'll do some Broncos prop bets on the other side. We'll be right back. Welcome back into the Nissan Football Blitz. Broncos and Seahawks kicking off tomorrow, and so we have got some prop bets. Tis the season.
Viva Las Vegas.
Of course, I'm starting with Bo Nix. We obviously know we're going there. His over-under set at 202.5 passing yards. Are we going over or under?
I'm going over.
Okay.
I'm going over. I think Bo Nix is going to play in rhythm. I think he will create a downfield throw.
Okay.
I'm going over.
Okay.
I'm going to go under on this one, just because they are going to try to commit to the run. They are going to try to bleed the clock and make this a game where they control the pace and take advantage of some of the opportunities that they get. I don't see them trying to create a lot of downfield stuff with Bo. Keep it conservative and find a way to win the game.
Okay, I'm going to start keeping track. Let's go. Javonte Williams over under 70.5 all-purpose yards.
Under.
Under.
I think Jaleel McLaughlin's going to be the big story coming out of this game. His impact in the rotation at running back. I like Jaleel McLaughlin with 70 or more all-purpose.
Okay.
See, I'm going to go over with
Okay.
Javonte here, and he's going to be the guy who's getting the lion's share of the carries. He's going to be the first down back. And I think, Samaje Perine's gone. Yeah. Who's your third down back? I think Javonte might get some of those snaps. I think he can do some of that stuff. He just hasn't had the opportunity. So if he does, he'll get some dump-offs. He'll get some catches. I think he'll be 80-plus all-purpose yards. I'd go over on that one.
I love it. I love it. All right, I'm going to go over on Bo and under on Javonte. And and that's our show for tonight, guys. Make sure you join us next week. What a blast, guys. Thank you so much.
Football Blitz, presented